3, 2, 1. Oh boy. Great start. Oh. Galactic Seabass Podcast. Number 66. Hell yeah. Thank you for tuning in today. Hi, my name is Sebastian and welcome to episode 66 of the GSP, or the Galactic Seabass Podcast. I am your host, Sebastian. Oh, everything is just happening all at once. I'm your host, Sebastian, now forever and always. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode today. Today is Thursday, July 25th, here in the city of San Diego, California, specifically the town of Ocean Beach. Boy, oh boy, it has been a hectic week, just filled top to bottom, absolutely to the brim. And I wanted to thank you very much for tuning into this episode today to find out a little bit more about what happened this week and see what's going on. Adjusting an ice pack on my knee and about to put one on my little toes because I went ahead and went to BMX this week. And we're going to go ahead and talk all about that. However, for now, just want to go ahead and get this episode rolling. So once again, thank you very much for tuning in to this today. Really appreciate you. My name's Sebastian. This episode, to go ahead and get into anything today, I wanted to make this very clear. Tomorrow, I have a crazy idea to go raise some money. My mom went into surgery on Monday. I don't want to disclose what's going on, but I'm trying to raise some money for my mom. So, and a little bit to help myself if I can, just to be totally honest. But I would love the ability to help her out in this time. So if you have any way that you can help me financially, there are a couple of options in the description below. Cashapp are preferred. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you very much for tuning into this episode today regardless, and I just wanted to go ahead and make it clear. So tomorrow, if you're going to be in the San Diego area, I will be down at Comic-Con dressed up as the Joker playing drums somewhere. So hopefully, we'll see how that goes. That ought to be a really fun one. Yeah, I love my mom. I really love my mom. Shout out to my mama bear, my rock. You rock. And just wanted to say thank you for everything. So if you, my viewers, can help me at all financially, please consider that opportunity if that's within the spectrum of possibility. Anyway, thank you. Now that we got that out of the first off, thank you very much. And okay, let's go ahead and get into it. So am I wearing 2 ice packs right now? One on my big toe and one on my left knee. Because BMX Day went down, what was it? Something like that? I think if today's Thursday, maybe it was Sunday. I honestly don't remember at this point. Either way, BMX Day went down in San Diego, and it was a lot of fun. Hundreds and hundreds of riders showed up, and a bunch of the dudes went in. And when I say they went in, I mean they pushed themselves that day. Clausen, Kevin Peraza, Joe Jarvis, Dan Kruk, the list goes on and on. Fantastic riders. It was great to see them abilities. Nathan Williams did this crazy gap to wall ride 180 over this building where I just know they went into work on Monday and they went, what in the, are those tire marks? And just BMX is so special. It really made my love for the sport. Just seeing all these old faces, knowing that we're growing up, but BMX still means something to us. So that's really cool. And I got a clip that day that's going kind of viral right now, which is sick. I did a bike surfer down. And then I also did this move I call the Titanic, where I put my 2 knees on the handlebars and comes out like this. And that, both of those clips are doing pretty well on social media right now. Got 500, 600 followers. And thank you to all my new viewers who are tuning in today. Hello, welcome to the podcast. Yeah, been trying out that dad surfing bike joke thing, and it's starting to turn. I can see the traction rolling. So this new clip is really helping that out too. How they're all sort of working together, and I like that a lot. BMX Day was cool. There was this crazy gap. They put this kicker in a parking lot that's next to this wall. So a 3-foot wall with a kicker that goes into this left hip drops probably 5 feet into the wedge. There's a wall ride and then a fence on top of it. And there were dudes wall riding the fence. There's Max Vu wall rode basically the top of the fence. This dude Mason Ritter did a caveman off of the fence. That's a 12-foot drop into this ditch. Matt Clausen did this Fire 270 tabletop into it the hard way, and it was just fantastic to see all these things going down right there in person. Larry Edgar did a 450 tuck that was just so phenomenal, and I just tried to ride it. I just jumped off and immediately got bucked. So when you're in the air, you want to land with back tire, front tire, or 2 tires at the same time. Those are the optimal landing solutions. And you don't want to be super front heavy or super back heavy. And I was absolutely just on the back, basically doing a wheelie bike, and I had to pull it down. So when I landed, my bar they're about to cave in, and I'm about to go. I could feel it. If I hadn't done what I did, I would have immediately gone over and slid my face on the ground. So I just kind of pushed it in. I lost my knee when it hit the stem, and then I put my foot down to adjust, and I folded it in half, and it all happened so fast. So I've been hobbling for days now, and that is why we are wearing ice packs on the little social medias right now, and that feels cool. You know, I've been trying to make content for so long, and finally it was just this thing that I didn't really think about that's actually like gaining pretty, and it's always sort of how that goes, I guess. Yeah, BMX Day was cool. Shout out to Dig BMX. Shout out to Our BMX. Thank you for helping me get some clips. I know that my functionality as far as the computer stuff goes isn't insane right now on this podcast, but I did make a video that I'll share with you guys right now. You can watch it. I just have to hold the laptop so you can see it. All right, that's pretty cool. And by the way, if anybody, again, we'll get into that in a second after. All right, so this is the video that I made from all the clips between the Our BMX video and the Ride. Ride doesn't exist anymore, and the Dig BMX video. Rest in peace, Ride BMX. Oh, Trans World, we miss you. All right, let's get loaded. That's good. Okay, here we go. This is the video I made from BMX Day 2024. That is a plane. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for being here on podcast number 66. Wow, what a trip. That's a lot. All right, let's get this thing going. All right, let's see if you guys can see that, hopefully. I forgot to turn the sound on. There's like a feedback. I didn't mute the YouTube video. That's why I goofed up. Hope I didn't ruin that whole take. Anyway, that was the video that I made. So you can see all the clips. I did a fast plane off this roof. That was cool. And then that one where I go into the ditch, you can see I got hurt. That's how it goes. But, you know, it's okay. We got ourselves some Scooby snacks. We got our friend Ollie here, a.k.a. Scoobo. And, yeah, we'll be all right. What's in this little thing anyway? Oh, cool. Little snack. That's stupid. That's kind of fun. There's a bunch of stuff in here. Let's see. We got some Ray-Bans. You never know. The Scooby snacks. Oh, yeah. I actually found a sticker at the Comic Club the next day for... This is the jam that I went to. That's the jam. I got a sticker for that, which is crazy. Doesn't even make sense. It was the next day. And maybe that jam was Monday. Or Saturday. I don't know anymore. Doesn't matter. So yeah, it would have been several days later that I just found that thing. And that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, today, just got back from SD Wheelworks, for helping me out with my bike and making sure that thing was dialed so I could ride. get that clip. And today, not only that, helped me out to get my dad's drum set back. Shout out to Chris. And what was I going to say? He filmed a video while we were just streets that's actually taking off pretty well right now. People are watching, and so that's another video that's going in the same direction as the other one. So that's 2 clips that are gaining viral traction right now, which is insane. That feels good. I've been working my whole life, so if something's finally paying off, that feels neat. And yeah, BMX day was cool. I made $40 bike riding. That was sick. Oh man, it was a good time. And I'm gonna go ahead and get into it today because I forgot. All right, let's talk comedy. Oh snap! So after the BMX, I had booked a job to be the first photographer at this new club, the Yellow Door, which is owned by National Lampoon. You know, the syndicate that created Animal House and Christmas Vacation and Van Wilder, blah 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 blah. We went over the list last time with Xana, but they opened up their club. And so just try everybody. I've been bike riding all day. At the second to last spot, I basically break my foot. Or it feels that way. And my car is about 30 blocks from the jam. So I have to bike. I have to ride that bike because I rode it there, you know, from hill down to downtown. Now all that's downhill. So on the way back, you're going uphill. And it's a lot. We had to go up B Street. And yeah, that took a great toll. But we made it to the car, even with my foot in its condition. And then we got to the car. We had to go take it downtown. We happened to find a spot right outside the Laugh Factory, which was great. And then, like in the inside, grabbed all my camera gear, and I hobbled over to this new club. I'm all sweaty and dressed in full pink, about to shoot this show. So I had some clothes, some black clothes, to make, you know, kind of blend in. Photographers should wear darker outfits, center of attention during a performance. That makes sense. And so I changed the bathroom, then I went in and I shot the show. I did like 900 photos in 2 hours, and made a little bit of money from the club and the comics, so for who paid. I know who didn't. And we edited that batch. It was maybe 200 photos. Got that out within 20 hours, which is pretty good. So got some really cool photos in the work of Lampoon. I've worked with National Lampoon, which is crazy. Hoping to get my foot in the door. I was doing comedy there goes soon, because that club is unbelievable. It's this old movie theater. It transformed into this beautiful stage, and everybody that I've seen in there has done about the ambiance of the environment. Just is so beautiful. So that was super, super fun. And the next day, the adrenaline wore off, and I went, ow, my toe. It's all purple, and not my first injury, but I don't like being injured. It's not fun, especially at 30, and my job as a driver. That's my driving foot. I need that one. Speaking of my job, holy cow. So if you remember from a couple weeks ago, I had a crazy lady get in my car and physically assault me, and that was just awful. And so I happened to be filming a video on the defensive in my car, hey, leave me alone, lady. And she said some funny things, at least in my opinion. So I posted it online, and I posted other videos, been a problem. And so I went to go to work maybe 2-3 days ago, and it said, your account is temporarily on hold. We're investigating a claim that you posted a video of a rider on a social platform. And I went, I didn't know you couldn't do that. I see those videos all the time, like the Uber dude and just people in Ubers, and it's just like I have a dash cam, so I don't see what about it was like the problem. But anyway, took the line and got my account back today, so I can go back to work, which feels good, and I'm very happy about that. The job itself is tough. Drivers only make 35% of whatever you pay for the ride, but we keep 100% of all tips. So I keep a mic in there, and I try to keep it fun, and there's lots of props, as you guys know. There's always something in the midst. Sorry, I keep adjusting my leg. I'm trying to get this mic to stay. And yeah, it's been a cool little adventure for that one. So ready to go back to work. On Tuesday, we hit up American Comedy Company and did set number 527, and then afterwards at Trailer Park After Dark, we did set number 528, which was pretty cool. So just putting in work, we're hustling. We did some photo stuff and made money. We did some comedy. We did work. Now I have this crazy ambition tomorrow to go play drums dressed as the Joker down in San Diego during comedy. My toe is still sort of broken, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully the adrenaline is pumping through me by the end of the day. That's what's up. Hey, what's up, dude? Thanks for tuning in, Josh. Yeah, right here on episode 66, just going over Rose' little plan to go dress up as the Joker and go play drums. It's cool because my dad's drum set is all green, so should match my hair. Made a little investment today and got some hairspray and went through my found all my old makeup stuff. I've never had this much of a beard while I've done Joker before, so it should venture trying to put together that aesthetic. I don't know if I'm going to paint my beard or if I have to get white hairspray. Yeah, we'll see. It's all good though. And again, if you're just tuning in, like the number one thing that we're kind of taking, the reason I'm going to do that is because I'm trying to raise money for my mom's surgery on Monday. So if anybody has the ability to support, please do so. Options in the description, and I really appreciate you guys for doing that. It really means a lot. Oh wow, what's pretty cool too is since today is the 25th, that means yesterday we've been doing comedy for 1.75 years, or 1 3/4, 1 months, whatever toddler ideology you want to give it. Yeah, we're almost 2 years into the game, but over 500 sets, which feels really good. Did I talk about the Casey Rocket show last week? I saw Casey Rocket. And I saw, oh yeah, no, that would have been the day after we filmed last week's episode. So on Friday, I had tickets to go see Casey Rocket and Red Band down at the American Comedy, which was really cool. So we had like a really full kind of week with that one, because I think Thursday to go see the show. So Thursday I just went to the Yellow Door, and I have to bring this up. So when I saw that show, their media guy sat front center with a martini, never stopped one time, and every once in a while just went. And I'm sitting 2 tables over going, are you paying this guy? Are you serious? You're for real right now? This is So I went up to the dude who runs the whole department over there, this really cool fellow by the name of Marty, and I was like, yo, is this your media guy? I wish you just would have got more angles. And I just went, that's what I'm saying. So I asked him if I could shoot, and I got to shoot that Saturday show. So that's how everything kind of worked out in that regard. And then that was really fun. Everybody that performed Thursday was great. I had a great time. And what's kind of cool, I shot Saturday, Gordon Downs was on that show, and he runs the roast battles here in San Diego. So I booked a new roast battle against Corey Ryan, who's been a guest on this podcast, for December. So December, I will be at the La Jolla Comedy Store, Mr. Corey Ryan, which should be a lot of fun. So anyway, Friday. Let's talk about Friday, because holy cow, what an adventure. We'll find our way how to work this into it. But anyway, Friday, we have tickets for Red Band and Casey Rocket. When I say me, it's a person and me. We had this discussion to go together, so I bought the 2 tickets, and they sent me money for theirs, and so we were planning on going together, and I would just show them. Now, I wanted to be there early. The show, it's the late show, so the 9:30 show. The other one starts at 7:30. I want to be there at like 8. I'm willing to wait a long time just so I can be there like in the front of the line. I didn't want to sit too far in the back. So, decided that I was going to leave at 7:30, 7:45 to make sure that I was there on time. Now, this individual told me, on their way, they're ready. Max latest they'd be at my place 7:30. 8 o'clock rolls around, and they finally stroll in. And so I like to smoke. I had a bowl ready to go for Ella, and they told me, well, I just got off work, I need 2. And it went, yo, this is mine, dog. Like, and we don't have time. So what? And then he takes my lighter. He already has one, just takes mine. The only one that I like, if that's in the home. I know that's like kind of like not a big deal for most people, but it's like, come on, you never know when you might need one of those. And walks outside. Now he's waiting for me. And when I say, hey, can I please have that back? There's no reason for you to take that. He goes, ugh, and just went to open the door, almost let the cat out. Now, if the cat gets out, I have to spend the next 20 minutes under a car, and I'm injured. So it's like, oh no, I'm gonna get injured the next day. So I'm not injured yet. But anyway, it's just like, yo, dude, this is like not fun. And he just went, I think he called me a pansy, and then just said, I'll sit in the back. And I went, okay, dude, whatever, I don't have time for this. So I went to the place by myself, and I stood outside in the cold. It wasn't really that cold, but I stood outside by myself for a good hour with like nobody there. And then all of a sudden this lion starts to lock. But I'm the first guy. And I waited an hour and a half for that thing. So, like, I'm waiting for this Casey Rocket show. I'm really excited. Casey's one of the biggest reasons that I started doing comedy. He almost got me out of my depression and showed me that comedy is how you can physically change someone's chemical to go from a sad person to a happy person through one set. And I really wanted the chance to sit and enjoy that kind of comedy again, because it'd been years since like that. You know, live in person in a club, not in that arena setting where it's very intimate, very different. So, finally, they're starting to let the VIP people in, and this guy just shows up and asks like, hey, is it cool if I, didn't ask me, he just asked the guy, like, is it cool if I'm back in line with this fella? And I went, no, it's not cool, because you said you were fine sitting in the back. And then wanted to make it a big deal. So I just said, I don't care. Here's your snacks you wanted me to sneak. I don't want to do it anymore. Security ate those, by the way, which is pretty funny. And then, yeah, so he had to go wait in the back of the line. And I got a little seat, headline seat. And right, dude, 30 seconds before the lights turn, this dude sits right behind me. Like, I don't talk to him at all. We never communicate through the whole thing. But he just sat, and he could have sat anywhere. There's 300 seats in this club. Nope, right. And the worst part of the show was hearing him laugh. Like, I know that's like, that sounds rude, but in the moment it was just like, you are taking away my experience by like yelling in my ear with your little cackly laugh. So, and then I didn't talk to him after that. And then a few days went by. And reached out and started to call me a bunch of names, said some really weird stuff, and I was like, look, I should have talked to you then. And it just sort of turned into this thing. He got worse and worse. And like 28 unread text messages from a grown man who told me he was going to restart doing comedy, do a set, out of spite to tarnish my reputation here in the local and out of the local scene. So best of luck with that partner if you're watching this. It was pretty crazy. However, Casey smashed it. That was so much fun. I loved it. Mr. Rocket, I don't know what it is about that guy, but he's just got like an Klondike bars in Klonopin, and I think that's pretty cool. So I don't know. He's a really nice guy. Oh, also, by the way, while I was waiting in line, he comes up out at the thing, and I went, oh, snap, hey, dude. I wrote him this letter, you know, there were some flowers in it, and I wrote this for you. And he opens this little scroll to reading. I'm not going to read it in front of you. And then goes back to his car and said, do you want a t-shirt? He has a big box. Yeah, that sounds great. And he's like, okay, cool, I'll bring you one. He goes back downstairs, comes up, totally just does not have a t-shirt in his hand. I'm like, all right, well, I'm not going to bother him. But he did sign my drumstick, which is sick. So now I got a Michael Gonzalez and Casey Rocket, which is so sick. And he wrote Casey Rocket 2013, which is wild. Doesn't make any sense. But that's the year I moved to California. It's like the year everything changed. And I don't know, maybe he just like kind of knew that or something. He's a very prolific creature. And I was very entertained to be able to see him in the flesh, to get close, you know. We're like 8 feet away. And then at the end of the show, he's about to do his little merch sale. I just went, hey, and he just threw me his shirt. So shout out to Casey Rocket. He hasn't followed me yet, but that's okay. We'll one of these days. Maybe we'll even get to do a set together. Oh, excuse me. Got any beard jokes? I should. I guess I got a couple. The other day, somebody told me I look like a pilgrim who can kickflip. Sailed right across the high seas to Ocean Beach. That's where I currently reside. So, yeah, I got told I look like Jesus after a Queer Eye makeover. I got told I look like Thor Ragnarok. Let's see. There's a band name on my list called My Beard Smells Like Whip, which kind of sounds like a Fall Out Boy song title. I think that name's funny. I like that one a lot. That might have demonetized us right there. Hey, what's up, everybody? Guys, we got Jazz and Dark Hills in the chat. Appreciate you dudes for being here. If you got anything you want to talk about today, go run that game and pop us some questions in that chat box. Also, here's a little selfie I took from BMX Day. Now that I fixed the audio problem, I actually did it one more time because we got new viewers. Okay, so one more time. This is our new attempt to watch a video made from BMX Day 2024. These are all clips from Dig BMX and Our BMX. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you like this video. Also, you can watch me break my foot in the second to last clip or the last clip. I don't remember. Anyway, enjoy the program. All right. 3, 2, 1, engage. It was fun. Yeah. Right there.
Survival.
Ugh. Cool. Yeah, I messed my knee up and I busted my toe. So that's how it goes, though. Gotta pay the price. You're not hardcore unless you live hardcore. You know? So, and a bunch of little kids repeat it. Shout out to the School of Rock. Heck yeah, dude. I'm really stoked people are psyched on this new video. Yeah, that was a really fun day. It was just so much fun. It was just good to see riding bikes and all happy, and it was neat. So last night, we went out and sang some karaoke. Since I couldn't work, I was just like, I would have loved to go because they put me on hold, which is really annoying. So I need to also figure out some kind of backup plan. I'd love to do this for a living, but that's not really like in the realm of possibility at the moment. So I just do this because I love it and I love you guys, and it's important for me to make this kind of stuff. So what is funny, though, I don't know if I brought this up or maybe it was during the weekend or something. Basically, I did a song. I forget which song I covered. It was something I hadn't done before. Yeah, it was Filters or whatever. Like, I wanna remember. Could you take my picture? 'Cause I wanna remember. Yeah. Hey, Dad, what do you think about your son now? Hey, Dad, what do you think about your son now? Like, I really gave it my all. And that wasn't even like, what's it called? I didn't have any warm-ups or anything. That was just a thing. So anyway, this guy was like, yeah, dude, you suck. Like, what? He's like, yeah, that was terrible. I hated it. And we just had this nice conversation beforehand before I went up, and it was like, all right, well, that was mean. Like, why did you say that? He's like, I just hate karaoke. Like, what? So he drew me this. Which one did he draw first? I think it was this one. Yeah, first he drew this. He just was like, yeah, I'm a tattoo artist. I work here locally in town. Here's a picture of you doing your thing. Because you're funny. He laughs a lot. Hashtag funny man. And then I was like, and then he said that mean thing, and I'm like, that was not nice. So he drew this, which is like, even more kid. I don't know, dude. I don't know what to do with these, or if I should keep them, or like, wipe my butt with them. Like, I really don't know. It's just, that was funny. I had to bring that up because it was just a very strange thing to have happen. Yeah. That was weird. And then last night we sang, what's it called? Something by the Foo Fighters. It wasn't Hero. It wasn't Everlong. It wasn't Monk Wrench. It wasn't Pretender. It wasn't The Sky is a Neighborhood. It wasn't. What song was it? Wasn't even the one laying before. That's the Pretender. What? Am I here? No. It's the one about the one about you're not enough for somebody else, good enough for you, not for you, good for you. No, it's the best of you. He's in the best. Oh, what a crazy cool song. I met Dave Grohl at the Noodle House. That's a picture of us right there. Dave took that picture. It's crazy. It's not even me taking the selfie. He took my phone and took the selfie. He's taking it with me. I don't know. That just blows my mind. I love Dave Grohl. Shout out, dude. Oh my gosh, what a fun little time that was. That was cool. Met him through being an Uber driver. Lo and behold, it was a very strange display of circumstances, but that's how they unfolded. So, man, that was kind of neat. Met Dave Grohl in a Noodle House and smoked a cigarette and talked comedy for 15. That was one of the coolest moments of my life, dude. Yeah, shout out to Dave Grohl, shout out to Tony Hawk, shout out to Craig Robinson. You guys are all awesome on my little list of celebrities that I took selfies with. Oh, man. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So, you know, you do what you gotta do. And yeah, it's been a very great little weekend comedy. We rode bikes. We got some photos edited. We got injured. We're healing. We got stuff on the horizon. There is some comedy tonight since I'm not doing my little Joker fiasco until tomorrow. Best day to do it. And then maybe if we're fortunate enough, I'll just go to a costume contest after and take $500 home. So that sounds lit. And there's a lot of pairs of glasses here. Holy cow, I forgot Biden stepped out of the race. I gotta go and change my overall down at the farm, you know, where the goats and the crocodiles live amongst the evergreen. You know, when you're taking Highway 5, you can't go eastbound, because that's where the daffodils grow. And I found myself down a lake bed back in Mississippi, hanging out with a guy named Chester Harrington. And I'll tell you, old Chestnut, he had a story. He said there was a man in Minnesota by the name... That was a real president for years. Like, what? That blows my mind. Before he even took official office, I posted those compilation videos on Facebook of him doing all the crazy rhetorics, and someone said, don't make fun of his stutter. And I went, it's not what a stutter. He's just saying strange things. Yeah, I like sitting in the pool and kids rub the hair up and down on my legs, and I like little kids sitting on my lap. Like, that's a verbatim quote. It's so strange and crazy. Why was this not more discussed? Like, I've been saying this for a long time. Good to have, like, public recognition behind this. And now, like, Kamala's running. I haven't seen this woman in 3 years. Every time I do, it's like, the place that we are in reminds me of the time in which we dwelt upon our moments, and we reflect upon times with great recognition to realize that we are in these times. That's the best you got? That's it? Bro, what is wrong with you? How do you... What? I don't know, man. I just feel like we're living in some kind of crazy movie. Got shot, totally just matrixed it. I'm hearing conspiracies of 2 shooters now. Probably never get talked about in the mainstream, but yeah, it doesn't really make sense. This random kid just, like, jerked off, and then he was like, alright, I'm gonna go do it. Like, he needed that post-nut clarity. The last thing they found in the search engine was porn. This kid didn't seem like that. I don't know, man. I don't want to get too deep into it, but there's a lot of things that are going on right now. And I say keep your eyes and ears open. Do your own research. Remember when they were criticizing do your own research during COVID? That was so crazy. They were like, anybody that does their own research, you're the enemy. The unvaccinated should be killed. And we're like, holy cow, we should round them up, put them in camps. Those were all real things. And I never got the shot. Like, I don't know. I just felt so strange, and my mom told me not to, and like, yeah, now we're seeing the repercussions of that all over the world. Like, I believe it's myocarditis, early onset heart attack. Like, just to be totally truthful, my friend Nick Fleming, my best friends in the whole world, we grew up together. We went to elementary school together. My friend Nick died of a heart attack at 28 years old. He just had a baby. He lived in Cape Cod. His new wife. He had his whole life ahead of him. Like, I remember when my dad died, when he had his heart attack, and everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, that's so young." And now children are having heart attacks. It's like, I don't know. I just read something yesterday that Fauci admitted in court that he just lied about the social distancing and whatever the other one was. Like, he just made it up. And so, yeah, the amount of repercussions faced as a society from a bunch of fabricated lies is just absolutely abhorrent. It's disgusting. It's deplorable. It's one of the things that I've like witnessed in my lifetime, and a whole generation of children experienced it. I remember one of the weirdest things that I heard was like a nurse doing this podcast or something like that. She was doing an interview, talked about the kids in school would take the kids in the book and they would put masks over them because it looked weird without it. And then it's went, oh, these are real people. Like, oh, man. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Like, I think I'm definitely, like, every year I lean a little bit more conservative, and just kind of makes sense. Like, I live in a Democrat-run city, and I can see the homelessness. I can see, you know, the bridge in the hierarchy of society. There's elite and the not so much. And it's tough to be a not so much sometimes. So you do what you can, and you do your best to earn a living, pay your bills, and take care of the people you have to take care of, and yourself. You know, I think if you're watching this in America, we're Americans. I believe in this country. I believe in the people here, and I believe you can do anything you put what it is. So I'm very excited, like, to see what's on the horizon, and I believe that the truth will prevail, and good things will come out of some of these dystopian moments that we're all experiencing as a collective society right now. You know, it's a heavy time, and I mean, shoot, the election is 4 months away, just on the horizon, and defeat. Oh man, I know. So we'll see how that goes, but you know what, in the meantime, thanks for tuning in here. Let's blow up so we can go on a comedy tour before the world ends. Check out my Instagram and stuff, and watch my shorts and other videos. Thanks for tuning in and being a subscriber here on the Galactic Seabass channel during episode 66 of the Galactic Seabass Podcast. Really appreciate you guys. It really does mean a tremendous amount to me. I feel it's pretty surreal. Been doing this over a year, and to have you guys be a part of it just really means so much. So thank you very, very much for tuning in. There's a couple of things on my counter I want to go ahead and just kind of go through them out of the way. That's Bill. I'll worry about that later. Speaking of bills, if you would like to help support the podcast, you can use these. Give that a second to load so you could take a screenshot or whatever. And those are both the ability to donate. So that would mean a great deal if you would like to do that. For all of our audio listeners, my Venmo is Sebastian-Fowler. Cashapp is Seabass Fowler. Alright, that's it. Otherwise, subscribe to my Patreon for exclusive behind-the-scenes content. Appreciate you very much. Thanks for being here, guys. You guys rock. Hit that if you're enjoying what you see so far. I really didn't write down a whole bunch of too much as far as like the movies and other stuff this week goes, but I have had this for a while that just says Red Bar. I don't know what that is, so I'm gonna look it up real quick. What is Red Bar? Red Bar. Red Bar stool? Red Bar. Red Bar is a podcast that covers comedy? Yes. Cool. 10 hours. Jim Gaffigan. Ooh. Swapping Jim Beam for Jim Gaffigan. Ooh, I'd watch this. Oh, it's for club members only? Whoa, you got like a private podcast? This will be your favorite show after onloads, or you'll hate it. Can I watch any episodes? I clicked episodes. Free episode. Free! Oh, it's like every other one is not free. Wow, there's 20 seasons of this, bro. Holy cow. 45 episodes in a season. Holy, no. The last season 18 goes up to episode 91. Wow. How long have they been doing this? Let's go to the beginning. What's the first one? Number 1 podcast. Season 1 was filmed. It's the after show on July 8th, 2006. 2006. My dad was alive. That's crazy, dude. They do one on the day he died? Find out. Let's find out. Ah, they missed it by 4 days and 5 days before. That's pretty cool. Neat. Well, that's kind of cool. Maybe I'll watch it sometime. Shout out Bar. I don't really know what you are yet, but we'll watch you sometime. Okay, cool. Then I have this receipt from the Comedy Store. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it says minus 40% for comic. I did my very first featured set at the Comedy Store. Got to bring friends and family. That was sweet. So, yeah, that was hype. That was super hype. And I don't know. Shout out, congratulations to Alan Henderson, to Matt Eisendrath, and to Mike Hall, all for getting into the regular spot at the La Jolla Comedy Store. Very big congratulations to all of you guys. Well deserved. You're all crazy funny, and I'm very proud of you. So, one we haven't had on the podcast yet is Alan. So we'll get his we'll roll his ass in here sometime. It'll be fun. And let's see what we got. And rock and roll. So shouts out to that. I'm not sure if I showed you this. Took a selfie. Yeah, I'll do that for sure. That was cool. I'll put that on the fridge or something. This has to go. This is so tiny. This says the universe has a message. I love you. And that was a gift from my friend Kenna Brown, like years and years and years ago after Burning Man. I put it on this little like sandy thing that helps you balance or use your chakra or whatever. And I accidentally kind of like yanked it off the other day, so it came off, and it's very sad. Very sad. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw that into my book of random stuff and memory. So there's gonna go that. We're gonna put this receipt in there. We're gonna go ahead and I got other stuff too. I got these 2 lucky coins. I'm gonna keep one of them. One of them's gonna go in there. I'll use this as a catapult. 3, 2, 1, launch. Haha, launch successful. Unlike the Challenger. I'd like to Challenger you to a duel. That's funny. And we also have airline receipt when I went to go visit my mama for the Steelheart reunion. That's going in there. And then everything else can pretty much go away. Oh, the second Netflix is a joke, my keychain wrapper. That thing's pretty funny. And I like this Frankie Gonzalez sticker. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in there too. All these items, I can take them off my counter. They've been here for so long. If you've been a frequent viewer of the podcast, you can see some of these items don't move weeks on end. Oh man, this table doesn't really get used as much as I thought it would when I first built it. I like the nook. It's just kind of tight and compressed in the corner. It's hard to see. That's okay. Yeah. You live, you learn, you laugh, you love. And I've been going over some old jokes too, which is kind of sick because like seeing all this old material with a new perspective is really neat. So wow, I just opened up to my first stand-up ever. It's very number 1. But even still, like the Netflix and chill joke, I did that night, and now that's the only one that worked. It looks like besides the Amelia and the homeless guy pronouns. But like yeah, I can come back and redo that with you. And one day I'll be able to go through all 300 of those sets and all those premises I wrote down, and there's probably some juice in there, you know? Probably a couple of really cool little items. And I'm excited to go ahead and see how comedy sort of plays out over the years. These people like the dad jokes, so that's giving me an audience to hopefully build and then use that to grow traction on social to where I can have a group of fans, and when I travel I can be like, hey, come see me. And they're like, we'd love to, Mike, dude. Like, oh my gosh, the craziest thing ever happened. I got the most random... Alright, so this dude, I get his name wrong because that would just break my heart. So I have to go, I think I've seen this guy over the years, but I wasn't really too familiar with who he was or his work. And this fella's name. So his name is Jason Rouse. Now he's a BMX riding comedian, does theaters, dude's a legend. And so he reposted my video of the surfer down B Street. This is how it all started. And with this guy is ridiculous. Okay, this is how it starts. I said, thanks, homie, I feel honored. Did a little sunglass, smiley face with a rock sign. And he said, yo. And I went, oi. About the dyslexic rabbi who walked around saying, yo, question mark, followed by, I don't know why I said that. Thanks for the repost, man. Been a fan for a time. Keep up the good work. And then it just says, check the group chat with Thorn. If you're a BMX rider, you know who I'm talking about. This was Rick Thorn. If you've ever played American Wasteland, the Tony Hawk game, he is the dude who you get the BMX bike from. Dude was a staple of the 90s as a representation of the sport. Absolute punk rock badass dude. And I'm in a group chat with him. And this other fella about a possible BMX tour. And I was like, what are you talking about? What? Just the two things that I love. Mixing. Or, I love music too, but that's just like, just, you know. Whoa! And so we're talking real potential. They're talking about clubs and just where like we could go and who could do it. And talking like, who knows who manages this place, like LA, North, South, Orange County, San Diego, like will it expand? I don't know. But whoa, sick. That's a really amazing. So I just feel really grateful. Thank you to those dudes. Thank you to comedy and to BX and to my dad and everything in my life that shaped me to this point to help me become who I am to, I don't know, be on that scale. So I don't know if it was from this little surfer dude. I didn't even think about it going down the hill. I'm like, this would be cool. Whee! And then just went down. And by the end, it was just kind of over. And then in the middle of the day, I opened up my phone and it was like, boom, a bunch of followers. And I realized Dig posted the video. And I was like, oh, I should post a video. And it's sitting at over 300,000 right now in just a couple days. So I haven't had a video do that in a long, long time, if maybe ever, of my own original content. Usually, like, I think one time I did that video where I just did like a stitch or a mimic. I don't know what the kids call it. Where you just have your face watching their video. That's it. That's all I did. Was like I did the thing he talked about, and I got 250. But I was so disappointed. Like all the work I put into and all these skits and trying to write real stuff and make actual fun content just doesn't get any views, and some dumb stupid thing like that gets a bazillion. Like, doesn't make any sense. That's something I work really hard at, is like getting traction. So it feels like I'm being honored for something I actually like doing and enjoy. That feels good. I like that a lot, and just have to utilize that energy, keep it rolling, keep flowing. But yeah, BMX cover. First photographer for the National Lampoon Comedy Club. The first one ever in the world. Like, yeah, I might be surf down B Street. Only do the Titanic down it, for sure. Yeah, my toe's a little bruised, but that was a great week. I worked really hard. Next set I do will be set number 530. Doing comedy. You know, so very grateful. And shouts out. I just had a lady in the comments or in the DMs ask if I'm going to make it out to Madison Square Garden for the Kill Tony in 2 weeks. You know what? If I make enough money tomorrow that I could afford the possibility. So we'll see what happens. And if you would like to support, that would be lovely. Several ways to down below. And just for fun, I'm going to do this again. This one is my Venmo for all you Venmo people. And this one is my Cashapp. Here you go. Just so you got all nice and frothy. Take a screenshot of that, and I would reel up right here. It's kind of fun. I made this too. I'll put this like by the drum bit. Oh yeah. I love my mama. It's gonna be a good time. So, oh boy. We'll see how it goes. My mom thinks it's crazy and that I won't make any money at all, but I don't know. It just might be crazy. So, we'll see how it goes. I don't know. I'm a wild individual, but I like to live that way sometimes. So, yeah, we're rocking, we're rolling, baby. Here on the Galactic Seabass channel. Podcast number 66. Oh, man, I love that stat. Just like 90% don't make it past episode. We've done 22 episode 3s on this one. And out of the 10% that make it to episode 3, 90% don't make it to 21. That's 1% out of all podcasts that make it to episode 21. 3 times already. Plus some. Plus 3 to be exact. Might be plus 5. So close. My mouth's a little off and the coffee's soaring through me. So, appreciate you guys for being here. We're still rocking. We're still rolling. We're live, baby. We could probably call it here, like, kind of soonish. It is 52 minutes into this episode, and I definitely ran. Oh, we didn't talk about the movies. All right, quick movie review, wrap up, and then we're going to call it. And, again, thank you so much to everybody who watches this. You guys mean the world to me, and I appreciate you much. Okay, so I guess, like, a new Twister came out. It's called Twisters. Original. All right, great name. And a follow-up of the end of the original Twister. I didn't know that movie came out. I just saw Twister, like, #1 on Max or something, and I went, yeah, alright, that looks good. I don't remember this cognitive. I'll rewatch it. Starts off with this banger intro where the dad just gets vortex, and then you find out she's the only girl to, like, ever see a tornado that powerful. That's why she does this for a living or whatever, and it was a pretty fun movie. I like to see the relationship between the girl he's with in the beginning, his partner or whatever, like, to watch their relationship slowly crumble, and you can see the sparks fly between these two nerds. Like, that was really fun watching it kind of take off. And Seymour Hoffman, I mean, the cast is stacked. It's so much fun to sit through. And I really don't know how tornadoes work. They are kind of fascinating. So that was fun, and I liked it. Cool ending. And yeah, it was neat. I had a good watching it. That was pretty cool. So I gave Twister an 8 out of 10. And then I watched this movie that I had never heard of, somehow slipped through the cracks. Celeste and Jesse Forever, starring Rashida Jones and Mr. Andy Samberg. It's really fun. It started off with, like, a super normal intro. Figured they were, like, this basic couple, and they go out to dinner with their friends, and their friends just freak out. They're like, dude, this is weird. I can't do this. This is like, ugh, what are you doing? And they're like, isn't it what? I don't get it. They're like, you broke up. You're divorced. Like, get over your lives. And then he's like, whoa, what kind of dynamic is going on here? So it's just this couple that decided to split ways, but not. And you get to go through this struggle of, like, being able to, like, are you able to let go of the past to move forward? The past is hindering your ability to grow, or are you content with the person you are and you want to stay that way basically forever? So it was a really cool story because it gave the male and the female perspective from this point of view, and, like, I've definitely felt some of these feelings before. Like, it just gave me hope. Very hope-filled movie, and I liked it a lot. David wrote down, "You got this, buddy." Like, probably with a couple tears flowing through the old eye holes. And yeah, it was fun. I like that one. Celeste and Jesse Forever gave an 8.5 and a smiley face, which was pretty good. So that's pretty much it for the movie reviews here this week. I think we started one yesterday. I've been trying to finish up. I watched this for a couple days now. What was it had Mark Wahlberg in it. Yeah, it was Ted 2. I still don't think I finished it. I've watched it 3 times now. I'm almost to the point. They just went through the court case, so I don't know what's about to happen. But I remember what happened in the first movie, and it's still the same psycho dude. So a lot of funny jokes so far. Have definitely let out some hearty laughs. Shout out to Seth MacFarlane for all the laughter over the years. You are just a funny guy. So you guys are stupid. They're not gonna be looking for They're gonna be looking for Army guys. Just this big clown outfit. Oh, that's great. Some soldiers tomorrow. I'll ask them to remake that clip, but I don't want to call them stupid. To maintain authenticity, gentlemen, I have to be stupid. All right. Well, if it's for the continuity. Oh boy, excuse me. All right, we're 3 minutes away from an hour. If I go over an hour, I have to use a different platform to take the video down, Spotify and Apple, and all that stuff, and I really just don't feel like it. So this was episode 66 of the Galactic Seabass Podcast with your host, me, Sebastian, aka Seabass. Appreciate you very much for tuning in to this historic episode. It wasn't that crazy, but it was fun. I really had a great time hanging out with you guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for Shaggy for being here. I'm Shaggy too as well. I don't know if you saw my pants, but they are brown corduroy. Why do hippies like corduroy? Because it's groovy. Boo! Have you heard about the corduroy pillowcase? No. It's making woo. That one's fun. Oh man, you know why you know why? Said the same thing twice. Do you know what hippie bodybuilders use to juice up? Corduroids. Oh right, rock and roll. You know, my mom's half Jewish. I'm a corduroy. Oh, that goes well with the dyslexic joke from earlier. Did you hear about the dyslexic rabbi who walked around saying, "Yo"? That one's so silly, but I love it, and I am really caffeinated right now. I am just bouncing off of the walls. That's why I smoke cannabis, so I can just basically be a regular dude. Coffee, too much coffee, little cannabis back here. Too much cannabis, little coffee. Right here in the middle, right in the safe zone. So I like. Anyway, you guys are great. I really appreciate you tuning in today. This was a lot of fun. It really was. Man, ambling in the kitchen. I love you guys. I love Ollie and I love Andy. They are sleeping on the floors because it's hot. And I got all the fans going and need to turn this AC on, get it cranking. But it would have been really loud for this thing. So we got it done. Thanks for watching, everybody. You're the best. Shout out to my tiny hat for hanging on for the last second. You rock. I will see you for the next episode, whenever that time may be. My name's Sebastian. They call me Seabass. This was a podcast, and I appreciate you for tuning into it. If you'd like to help support myself and my mom, that would really mean a lot to me. Several ways to do. You know the drill. And you guys rock. Rock and roll. Hi, Vaughn. Right at the end, but I appreciate you being here, buddy. Go ahead and start from the beginning. Enjoy the ride. You guys are great. Have a great rest of your day. It's a plane. This is a cheers. Happy day, everybody. If you're at Comic-Con, come down and see me play drums dressed as the Joker tomorrow. And with that being said, I love you very much and best of luck with all your endeavors in this life. And transmission. Skip-a-da-boop-a-da-pop-pop-pop. Oh yeah. Skip-a-da-boop-a-da-pop-pop-pop. Alright, really need to find a new way in there. Rock and roll. See you next week.